Welcome to another AntWak masterclass session, free masterclass session. And today's topic is traditional marketing to digital marketing and when to how to shift those in digital marketing. So, and we have Subhankar today, Subhankar Pattanayak. He is our expert today. And yeah, we can start. So before moving on, guys, it will be like an AMA session. You just ask questions, you put your questions in chat box. We'll ask questions, Shubhankar, and yeah, we'll go through this. So let me go to my next slide. 1 second. Today we'll be covering why people should do transition digital marketing, right? So everybody is having knowledge, whoever joined, like what digital marketing is booming. So why we should look into digital marketing transition, then how traditional marketing is different from digital marketing, and when to do the transition, and what skills are required for the transitions. So we'll be covering those sections today. And guys, please put the questions in chat box. So let's introduce Shubhankar. Hi Shubhankar, and Shubhankar is having 18 years of experience. He's having plethora of experience. He worked in various organizations from startup to IT services, and so he's having expertise in content marketing, SEO, social media, social listening, and he has become community manager in SAP. Community of Industry Cloud. So very warm welcome to Shubhankar. Hi, Shubhankar.
Hello. And first
Yes.
of all, thank you to AntWak for this opportunity. Always so nice to come and talk to people. One of my hobbies during the weekends, actually, I go to the universities
Hmm.
via our SAP alliances and teach marketing to the university folks. Thank you for this opportunity and look forward to some exciting questions. Uh,
Yes.
and guys, I'm not a teacher. All the things which I have is based on my experiences, I have been through. I had started my career in a from start of where I did coding, bit of marketing, bit of sales. So in a startup, you do everything.
Hmm.
And went to a mid-market IT services where I was part of the international marketing of software services. Then it was also the same thing, analyst relations, making marketing collaterals and all. Then went to Accenture. I was part of the pre-sales marketing team based out of Pune. Then
Hmm.
for the last 14 years, that's a big number. I've been
Yeah.
part of SAP. I joined SAP in the benchmarking practice, which is sort of a pre-sales unit where we go to the customers, benchmark their processes, come up
Hmm.
with analytics, and try to sell based on the findings of the benchmarking. So I did that, did a bit of development, and since 2013 and 14, I had this interest in digital marketing. During that time there wasn't any good platform like AntWak and all to teach you digital marketing. So I did
Right.
of self study and all, and slowly moved into
Hmm.
digital marketing. So within my expertise, content management can be one of my key expertise in terms of what you can say in digital marketing. Then social media listening is something which I do, and my keen area of interest. I have some experience in SEO, and automation tool is something of my expertise. What do I do now apart from the
Hmm.
content management and all? Because digital marketing is evolving, so we are trying different things. So I produce a podcast on building material insights. It's basically a industry, milk product industries, and what are the best practices and all. We actually come up with 2 episodes every month. So I am the producer for that. And it's a quite an exciting thing to produce a podcast, release it, amplify it, see the reaction. Then you it's sort of similar to producing a series, web series, you can say, what is
Hmm.
working, what is not working. And of late, I manage a community called SAP. This is the new offering of SAP, and I'm trying to build up a community around it. Why? I'm going to cover it. in the next 3 slides. Maybe you can go to the next slide.
Interesting. Yeah.
So meanwhile, any questions you have, please feel free to ask. Uh, yeah. So the next slide. Yeah, this one.
Yes.
So if you look at it, the traditional marketing is about product, price, place, promotion. Has this changed? I would say a big no. These things remains the same, but what has changed is technology has brought in a new thing of doing promotion, new ways of pricing the project, pricing the product with all cloud softwares and all, new ways of product, new ways of place. Because right now we don't have to go to a place to find a product actually finds the place. So the technology is changing, but the needs and the customer requirements are the same. They need the same things delivered to them, just that the technology has changed by leaps and bounds over the last 15 years, if you can say. First social media, then you have the cloud, where a lot of transactions happens through cloud, and data, a lot of data churning and all is happening. Then analytics, that's a big part. So we know what is the consumer behavior through our cloud data. And
Right.
the last one being the mobility. So mobility, everyone has a phone and you have a computer in your hand, literally. So the easiest way you can remember is scam, social, cloud, analytics, mobility. So scam has happened over the last uh, maybe 15 years, and what it has led to is various application, augmented reality application, virtual reality, and it has plethora of marketing. It has opened up a lot of marketing avenues. So what it has done is traditional marketing to digital marketing. I would rather say that marketing remains the same. We have to graduate, otherwise we will fall behind. So it's if you are following something like House of Cards, hunt,
Yes.
be hunted. That's the big phrase in House of Cards. So that's what I would say, that it's better that we learn it, otherwise we'll be hunted out. So that's what I would recommend. Now, going how the marketing has changed, I would rather not say digital and traditional. I don't agree to it, but marketing has changed. It has changed by this 5 parameters for me. If you can go to the next slide. Next slide, please.
Yeah. 1 second.
So the way it's working is, now the branding has changed. For example, Pokemon games and all. Basically there was something like a app. Actually now organizations are tying up with apps to increase their sales and all. It's all about experience. How does the customer feel about your brand? And that experience actually drives future sales. For example, you can say that Uber or Amazon, or so to say Indian apps, you can say Crate, that the experience of paying a credit card was something different right now. Earlier it was it was a pain to pay your credit card bill on a monthly basis. First, you have to remember. Second, you have to pay through a very difficult way now. But with the new Cred app, you can do it at the click of the finger, and you don't have to worry about it because the app will remind you. So the new ways of marketing are changing the game. Now, the second point is power to people. Now, people have the power. Anything you don't like, you immediately went out in social media. You can easily reach out to the company, showing your satisfaction or dissatisfaction, loyalty or disloyalty. So there is more power to people. So that's where I would say marketing is moving with the help of technology. If you can enable it, then it will raise the game. The third one, engineering. Now you see that slowly the marketing division in an organization is vanishing. For example, the Tesla car, they don't believe in marketing because the product itself is the marketing. For example, iPhone, apart from very few ads on the TV, the biggest marketers are the people who carry the phone with them. So it's the engineering beauty which actually tells the story. Then fourth is, I would say that being interesting right now, you see that you have to have good stories. So you have UGC. UGC is a user-generated content. So brands are actually getting the stories from the customers, packaging it. There was a classic Pepsi campaign where you can do all this hashtag sort of a thing and spread the word around. Right now, you drink a Pepsi and you capture the sound and do a hashtag and run an Instagram uh, campaign onto it. So it's basically new ways of reaching out. Right now, each person is a media by itself. Earlier, there was very few avenues of media. For example, there were newspapers, there was TV, there was movie halls and all. There were very few avenues of media. Now, each person is a media because you yourself have a community where you are there in Facebook with 1,000, 1,500 people, in LinkedIn with 1,000, 1,500 colleagues, with Twitter with 1,000, 1,500 colleagues, and Instagram with your friends. So you have a variety of contacts and all, and companies want to target you so that you become a brand ambassador and you tell interesting stories through you. So that's where we are changing in the marketing. And the fifth one, where I'm also a little involved, is community, where you have to build fan clubs because end of the day, there is a famous quote in marketing. So one, basically, you getting a new customer is 5 times more costlier than retaining a existing customer. So you have to create good fan base of your product. Just like Barcelona, thankfully Argentina won yesterday. I mean,
Yeah, yesterday.
because so you have to, so that people feel for you. For example, something happens to Uber, you feel bad for Uber. So that's what the fan following is, where you have to create fans out of it, where otherwise people won't be selling their kidney to get an iPhone. So that's where fan clubs, forums, SAP community, which is I'm trying to build. So these are the 5 aspects which are now changing in marketing. And what we want to do is, through technology, we want to touch each of these trends. And touching these trends is something like, you can say that is digital marketing. So what I do is basically do a digital marketing. I just scratch the surface. What I am involved is, going to the next slide, please. Yeah, so content. So we produce a lot of content for our companies. I write good then communication, how to be entertaining, how do I communicate, through which channel, and community. Talk to our people and create a very good fan base. So these 3 things is something which I am focused in, and a lot of digital marketing techniques help me. For example, social media listening, where we can understand, okay, what content does the person likes. Then knowing where your customers are, so that determines your communication. Okay, where do I put in case it's a business related content and I'm reaching out to the CEOs and all, where do I spend my ad money? Do I spend it in Facebook, where it is all the people, or where do whether I pay it to the LinkedIn, where I can find the top people and professional people out there. And third one is community. Basically, community is where the feedback loop ends. So you have given the product, and community is where the people will come and say, okay, how good your product is or how bad your product is. Or you tell the community, okay, we have released our product and this is what are the good points or the selling aspect of the product. So these are the 3C: content, communication, and community, where I am little focused right now. And this is what I do for my digital marketing. So traditional marketing, digital marketing is nothing but you have to combine them, and it's only marketing. It's that the marketing is a very beautiful, you can say that the science, where we are reaching out to the people who need the service at the right time, at the right place. That stays. Just that the technology has enhanced it through a lot of data, a lot of social media, a lot of mobility, a lot of analytics, and a lot of other things in the cloud and automation, cloud and automation. So these are the 3 slides, just to give you a brief into what I'm doing and how the things are moving towards marketing. Maybe after that we can open it up for any questions you have. These are the things.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Shubhankar. Like we are getting a couple of questions. Vamshi, he said he's doing sales related job and now he want to turn into digital marketing. Like how he should start with.
So the thing is, when I started my digital marketing journey, so first of all, digital marketing is not an end goal. Okay, that okay, you'll find a digital marketing job. It is something like it's a hygiene value. So I feel that, as I said, everyone now has a tap market. You have your own friends, you have your own colleagues and all. So think yourself as a product. Okay, do your regular job, think yourself as a product and try selling something. Sell yourself in terms of how good you are, what you do in your home. So that's a personal way of, I'm giving you what I did. So way back in 2012, I said, okay, the Twitter was coming in. So what I did, I joined a couple of very good social media gurus. For example, you have Jeff Bullas, you have Guy Kawasaki, you have Ray Wong. Follow their blogs, follow their tweets. They actually tweet out very good articles about digital marketing. Read them, okay. And the very good thing about Twitter, I don't know what the government says, is just use Twitter to listen, okay. Always remember that God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a purpose. The ratio should be 2:1. You should listen more and talk less. And Twitter is for that only. So you should follow the right people. Don't follow the people who keep on ranting and all. That's they are one part of the Twitter, but one part of the Twitter is follow the experts, follow the analysts. For example, go to Guy Kawasaki. He's an expert in digital marketing. We started the digital marketing concept and all. See whom does he follow, because he would be following good people. Then reading is good. Then once you do that, then slowly try to inculcate in your personal brand as well. In case you read something, try doing it in LinkedIn, try doing it in your social media, see what is changing. So find out the pattern. Do you when do you, because you have done some best practices, read some blogs, you would have gone some best practices. Now put it in the social media, see how the people are reacting. In case people are not reacting, okay, what is missing? Let me try it in another way. Social media is quite beautiful because you can fail 100 times, but you need that one time. Okay, one time this works, and you have that best practices with you. So do that on a recurring way. Slowly you will come to know, okay, what is your interest lies, because digital marketing is lot many things: SEO, okay, content,
Right.
communications and all. So you will get to know, okay, I'm liking this part, okay, I'm good at analytics, I'm good at automation. Try to hone up that skill, because end of the day, people will after 1 year, 2, because we are moving towards a gig economy, 1 or 2 years, people will not look at your resume. They will go to the Google and just search your name. The first is put your name and search it out in Google. How are you perceived? Are you perceived as a thought leader? Are you perceived as a person who writes blog? So in case you are in digital marketing and you are not writing blog, you don't have a Twitter, you don't have LinkedIn, so that will definitely be a negative thing. So try it out. It's a process, because end goal is, don't think, okay, I'll get a good digital marketing job. End is, okay, I will have digital marketing as my armory, and soon when this armory increases, then I can shift. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. Don't treat it as an end goal, treat it as a journey sort of a thing, where you keep on learning. As you're learning, people will definitely, once you become an influencer sort of a thing, people will definitely catch hold of you and say, okay, come, give give some commentary in our master classes, like what they did for me. I think they got hold of one of my videos that I have done and said, okay, why don't you come and present it? So once you do that slowly, and remember, uh, social media, you can be a genius in a single day. So if you know to crack, okay, what is working, what is it, then you can tomorrow you might be having a higher brand following than me or anybody whom you emulate. So it's just that have that passion, read a lot, follow good people. Start with Guy Kawasaki, Jeff Bullers, Ray Wang. Follow the people whom they follow. Good. Then there are some good social media events that happens from social media weeks. Then digital marketing. Then there is a wonderful website called Marketing Prof. Then subscribe to their blogs on a weekly blogs and all. So keep on reading, and whatever you read or they recommend, try doing it. What I would say is take a blog space, try blogging it out. Make sure that you blog out once a week or once every month, so that the reason I'm telling you to blog is to write 10 sentences, you have to read 100 sentences. So that will actually increase your knowledge. So this is a journey. So hopefully that answers your question, but don't think as the end goal. Take it as a journey, and it will become much easier to move into that field, because people will slowly recognize you, and slowly the things will fall in place. Yeah. Hopefully that answered your questions.
Yes. So next question, Shubhankar, as you said, right, you also did marketing, then you started learning digital marketing. So the question is from Sunil Nair. He's asking, how does a marketing head transition himself adopt digital, and does he have to do any hands-on or just have an understanding of the process?
Look, today even the Prime Minister of India is doing hands-on. So there is no replacement to hands-on thing. So you have to reach out to the people. You have to be a thought leader. Okay. Right now, you are a marketing head, but you don't have any blogs of your own. You don't have any thought leadership, Twitter in your own. That will be a big fallback for your next job or something. So how do you showcase that you are into digital in case you don't have any basic things like a Twitter profile, or you don't blog and all? So being a marketing head can help you get a very good executive who does everything for you, and you can publish it in your name. That we do in bigger organizations. So you have your help. Recruit somebody, a very good, passionate digital marketing person, and you can do that. Absolutely. So but it's you have to be hands-on. There is no way hands-on as in you have to spend some money, get somebody. People should know that you are there in the social media and digital media in case you are a marketer. So it's the need of the hour, what I would say based on my experience.
Yes, right. So next question is from Akash. He is asking, what are some best digital marketing tool people should learn when they do the transition?
So, for example, it depends on what you want. For example, content curations, there are very good tool, paper.ly. Then there are very good RSS feeder that you have where it collates all the good articles into single article. So there are very good, Paperly is a wonderful tool where you can assimilate good articles which Gay Kawasaki writes, or it can automatically pull those articles and give you a sort of a news item every week or every month on your mailbox. Then follow some good people. The one is it's all about. There is a very good famous analysis guy from Google who's actually does a lot about SEO and all. You can follow him. I'm forgetting the name, but after the call, I'll definitely pass on to the name. Then Avinash, just write Avinash Google. He actually is a sort of a guru in terms of uh, social media, digital media, search media, analytics and all. Then you need to learn about social media and reaching out. Guy Kawasaki is the person. Then Jeff Bullas is the person. Attend a lot of webinars, seminars, because don't worry, if you follow the right people, they will only say, okay, this is a good webinar, they are attending, they will give the link and you can attend, and mostly they are free. Then tools about scheduling. So once you are in social media, one thing goes, okay, I can't go and put my tweets at certain times. So there are very good free tools like Buffer and all, where you can schedule your tweets during the day, schedule your blogs and all. Then there are analytics, the Buffer, and a lot of Indian. There are very good Indian Crowdfire or something. Very good site which actually gives the analytics of your social media and all. So listen, digital marketing is all about social media and the website. I'm focusing on social media. That is because I'm close to it. For
Yeah.
for the digital media, then there are very good courses on Google Analytics in Coursera. I myself have taken it. So on SEO, there are very good tools on Coursera. There are two options: you can audit the course, or you can take it with a certificate. I would recommend that in case you want to build your career, take it as a certification, because you can use that to get a job entry. I generally take it as an audit thing. Then there are good courses on it's a wide variety. So in case you want to build a career, it's a lot of variety. So the key is uh, set some 2 to 3 hours a day, not a day, but over the weekend. Go through the tweets, get a lot of aggregation software like Paperly and all, and Feedly, Feedly. That's a good RSS accumulator. You can do that and get all the good blogs in your mailbox. So there are many tools. So it's just that what even I'm doing is also scratching the surface. I have to also learn a lot and get into it. So many tools. It's the only limitation is your imagination, because people have done amazing work in the area of social and digital, and lot of things are there. And for example, data science can be also associated with digital marketing, because you do a lot of analysis. Okay, what is the consumer behavior? For example, a person above 40 and working, will he buy the product or not? There are a lot of data science courses which are available in Coursera, and also do that. So it's basically digital marketing has lot of areas. And your question about tools is, you first decide, okay, which area you want to focus on, and there would be a lot of tools in that area. So I've actually written a couple of blogs. My focus is social media automation. So I actually focus on aggregation, amplification, measurement, and all. So that I can tell you tools about that. But for digital and all, I know a bit, but I'm not a guru in that.
Okay. All right. So we talked about tools, Shubhankar. Now let's talk about some metrics. Nirupam asked, what are some key metrics one should follow for digital marketing?
So if you look at it, so marketing has different phases. So if you can go, it has awareness. Okay, people are aware now. Now after awareness, I evaluate. So I evaluate the product. Okay, it's good or bad. Then I buy. Then I give the feedback. So there are 4 stages of a marketing thing. So awareness is, for example, I'm talking about social media. So you are following out the tweet. How many people are looking in the tweet? Okay. How many people are, so for example, you write a blog about a product. So how many people actually saw the tweet? That is awareness. Okay. How many people are then evaluating? So they read the blog and they click the link and they read the article. Okay, that is also awareness and evaluation. It can be a combination of that. Now, in the blog, you write about the product and tell them, okay, why don't you see and go to the site and buy the product? You click that and you see once you click that, it comes to the evaluation. Here also, how many time does how many clicks happen to that link, and how many time does that person stay in that website? What is the bounce rate? Okay, then you see that, then you said, okay, I expressed my interest. So how many people expressed interest, and how many did finally convert? How many did end up buying it? So if you look at it, it's a customer journey. So you have different metrics during the customer journey. So I would rather say have simple metrics. For example, while awareness, the metrics could be, okay, what's the impression? All these analytics are easily available on Twitter. Okay, what is the engagement rate? For example, I'm writing a blog. How many people are actually tweeting it out, retweeting it, liking it? So those are the metrics in the awareness stage. Okay, how many people, is my content good enough? Evaluation is, okay, how many people are clicking the link? So what is the visit I'm going to getting to the site every month? What is the bounce rate? Bounce rate is basically how many people are sticking to the site, the stickiness factor in the thing. Okay, what are the other things people are looking into in my website? That's the second stage. Third one is the buying. Okay, how many people are evinced interest? How many people actually filled up the form? Then after filling up the form, somebody will be calling them and closing the deal, or the deal will, how many people? Then after that, the fourth one is, okay, people like it. How do we know? They actually rant it out or praise you over the social media or in your communities and all. Then you capture that. Basically, what is the customer satisfaction score? Which
Right.
product they are liking? What is the property they are not liking about your product? So this actually ties back to your product then. So it's a cycle, feedback loop and a cycle. So that's where I would say that metrics changes based on where, at what stage the product is, your target is. Hopefully that answered the question.
Yes, very, very well said. Shubhankar, we have next question from Prithvi. He's asking, how do you integrate hygiene practices like SEO, website practices to the traditional B2B funnel followed in India?
Okay, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
So SEO and all, as I said, I'm not an expert, but I've done some bit of SEO for the SAP websites. So the SEO is, look, one thing is for sure, which I always agree, content is the king, queen, everything. Okay. If you don't have good content, nothing will agree. So there are some best practices like attribution. You write a blog, connect it to your web page, so people, how many links are there to the website and all. But the more knowledgeable we become, Google actually can hack it. So they come up with revised version of Google searches everything. So one thing which I say is in a B2B site, which I think is Google actually rewards if the content is genuine. How does genuine content gets rewarded? Because more people write about it. So, in case your content is genuine in your website, in a B2B environment, we are not selling the product, we are selling a thought, because the product is sold, it's a high price volume sort of a thing. So in case your thought leadership is good, people will definitely come to your website, people will definitely link your website. So that is one. Second is what I have seen Indian websites and all, just improve on your website. For example, have most of the content in the HTML itself. Don't use PDFs, so that the page rendering is fast. So Google actually rewards websites that are very fast, that do not cheat. It's just like good karma. You are fast, do not cheat, you are good. And definitely overall, if you look at it, and the thing is, have a KPI focused. Month on month. So metrics, always remember, what you can't measure, you can't improve. So there are some basics, hygiene metrics like visits, unique users, and bounce rates. So these are the three hygiene metrics which we measure as a best practice. Basically, is your unique users increasing? Is your bounce rate decreasing? No people are going out of your website. And how is your visit? People are staying. How many times? How much time they're spending in your website? Because people might open the website and then close it. So these are the things which you should be taking as a hygiene factor, as a measurement metrics. Keep it simple, because you can have a lot of complicated metrics, but it'll be very difficult to explain it to your seniors. So these are very hygiene, simple metrics. Follow them and make good content, write good blogs, connect your content, use influencers, put it in social media, tell people about your, do very good graphics so that you can promote your page and all, so that people come to your website. Once they come to your website, make your website interesting enough so that people stay. And once they stay, obviously your metrics will improve. And take that. And in B2B environment, we are not trying to boil the ocean. We are not an Amazon that everyone will come. just focus to the right people. Right people should be coming here to seeing your content. So focus on that. So, and have a sort of a personalization sort of a thing where your website should be smart enough. For example, there are now analytics available. Okay, I am from such and such industry. I come to the website, tell them, show them the relevant stories. For example, I am from aerospace industry. You are into the website, tell them about aerospace stories. Don't show them stories about chemical manufacturing and all, because they're not interested. So change your website content based on the person you are looking at it, and that can be easily done. Because one is, earlier the cookies were there, now the cookies were not there, that promote people to log into your website, have automated login, understand your user, give them what they need. End of the day, uh, two rules remains the same: content is the king and customer is also the king, queen, whatever. So just focus on that, and I'm sure everything will fall into place.
Yes. So follow up one question is there. How did you incorporate B2B brand awareness as a part of your funnel strategy in sync with your product sales centric strategy?
Sorry, it's a lot.
Yeah, actually, it's a, like Prithvi wrote a very big question, you know. Yeah. How did you incorporate B2B brand awareness as a part of your funnel strategy in sync with your product sales centric strategy?
So that's what I said. We actually have our regular uh, sales and marketing coordination committee, and we do run a lot of campaigns. And all our sales strategies are tied to our marketing campaigns. So that I can't get into the details because that will be infringing into the IPs. But on the overall, I can say that there needs to be a proper coordination between the sales and post sales and all. So it's not something like marketing is different and sales is different. We do have collaborations and all before we start a campaign. Once the campaign starts, as I mentioned, the 4 stages are there, and the last stage is resulting in the sale, and the second last is buying. So if you look at it, out of those 4 stages, 2 are sales related only. So we can't segregate ourselves from the sales people out here. So if I get a question, it's a lot of coordination. How we do it, I'll not be in a position to share it in this forum. Thank you.
Yes. So I know, Subhankar, even I also have one question. My brother is also want to do digital marketing. So can you tell us?
I would rather say digital marketing is something like, you don't do it. It's, you have it. Something like, have it as a hygiene factor. Okay, because you yourself is a brand. Just think about it, that you are your brand. Now search your name in the Google. What do you find?
Right.
You are not able to, in case you are not able to find it, then okay, you have to do a lot. So if digital marketing going forward, as I said, because of the gig economy and all, the resume will be I'm not telling worthless, but it will be secondary. The first one is people will come to Google and search your name. So digital marketing is something you need to imbibe as a way of life. You have to become you have to follow the best practice. Okay, you put a post, you put it at the right time, and also sorry, I cut your question, but the concept, okay, I want to do digital marketing, that should not be the end goal. You have to learn digital marketing, and that everyone has to do. Even a sales guy has to do. Even so, we are going into a future, and this is a little serious, where we have to be omniscience, sort of. We have to know everything, and digital marketing is one of the things we should know. We can't avoid that. Digital marketing, statistics, these are the key things which, I'm not saying that you become a professor in that, but you should be knowing about it, so that in case the question comes, you can go and do a little bit of search and come up with some answers. So that's what I would rather recommend, that don't go into digital marketing, but start slowly, start with following right people and all. That's what I've said in my earlier talk, which I was mentioning.
Right. So as I asked you, if you tell like 3 top skills you required for that transition, like top 3 skills, if you want to like share.
skills, I would rather say, is curiosity is one. Okay, that's what I would rather say. Curiosity is one skill. I wouldn't say that he has to be good in mathematics and all, because at the end of the day, now Google is there for everything. So curiosity should be
Right.
there, and sort of, and courage to fail, because you'll be putting a lot of information. You'll be writing a blog. People might not like it. Hardly there will be five readers, but still, it should not be discouraged. You need to write the next week. Come write next week and say, okay, I will do a better job in promoting it and all. I would say that skill, courage, and sort of a perseverance can be the third one. Okay, persevere. Just do your daily job and also have this best practices running parallelly. So that's what I would say: skill, courage, and perseverance. These are the three tenets, not the skills you need to have. Skills is you can acquire skill. I'm not a big fan of skills, because
Right.
this era of AntWak and promoting your brand and Coursera and all, you can easily pick up the skills. For example, you have seen the Matrix. He wanted to fly a helicopter, and suddenly he put a jack on the back of the head, and he knew he flew an helicopter. I don't know whether this generation has seen Matrix or not, but that's how I would say that it's not rocket science to pick up a skill, but these are the three tenets that you need to have. To learn, actually, not digital marketing, but to learn, to try, and slowly, if everything goes well, you'll develop interest, and once you develop interest, people will take interest in you, and slowly you will see that you are in digital marketing. Basically, I wouldn't say that, okay, you have to go and become a digital marketer. Become a digital marketer, and slowly you'll find yourself in the right place if you are damn good. Yeah.
Yes, so well said, Shubhankar. So let's take some moment. Let me 1 second. Yeah. So let's talk about what AntWak, we as AntWak is a experiential learning movement. As we said, it's powered by industrial leaders, and let's talk about what we do. What's our philosophy? So our first philosophy is learning from the practicing professionals, not from old age professors. The learning system is changing. So what we did in AntWak, we bought professionals like Shubhankar. We have like almost 300 plus professionals in digital marketing itself, and they contributed their experiential content to our platform. And second thing, we believe in learning by doing. We don't believe in bookish knowledge. We believe more in hands-on knowledge, hands-on experience. And thirdly, in this pandemic situation, everybody are in Zoom today. We are discussing in Zoom, so live classes becoming so important. So that's why we focused on live immersive classes, not strictly not focusing on self-recorded classes, because we believe in live classes, the understanding, the experience will be more effective. So for that, AntWak is introducing 1 second. AntWak is introducing 16 weeks bootcamp program, and different industry expert will be there. Will be doing different courses. Will be doing different modules. Will be there. So different kind of hands-on training will be there. Today we had one class regarding Facebook ads. So our cohorts did Facebook ad campaign. So this kind of campaign you can do by joining this AntWak bootcamp. Let me go to my next slide. Yeah. So guys, so I'll be sharing the link here. You can, if you are interested, you can click the link, and our expert will be getting back to you. And today if you subscribe today, then you'll be getting some kind of discount. So yeah, that's the thing. And okay, I think we can, some couple of questions we can ask. I think, yeah, it's 7:47. So Shubhankar, moving back to the Q&A part, so can you give some advice to our viewers, like what they should do in holistically, so to do the transition from traditional marketing to digital marketing?
So, so there are two ways. I would rather say that have some time booked. That's what I'm just suggesting what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I generally have 4 hours of time till date every 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 weekend. So where I just go through the tweets of the experts and read and see, okay, what are the new things happening, what are the new events happening, make a point, then do my tweets. My tweets are on really on the real time where I just read and retweet or my opinion and all, and uh, try to blog. I used to blog till last year. This year I've been a culprit. I haven't done that. And I blog for SAP, not for me myself. So that will require a little bit more time. So try to give some blog. Maybe once a month or twice. So because once you write a blog, you will end up reading a lot of stuff. So,
Right.
so that's what I would say, that have some time commitment and go towards it. And nothing is impossible. That's what I would say. There's only one limitation is your own imagination. That's the famous thing which I always remember. And be ready to fail. Failing is quite exciting. So because you end up learning more. So be more practical. Be more positive.
Right, right. And so, guys, we have feedback poll open. You can give your feedback around the class. So we have lots of master class also coming up. If you want to join, you can check our website. And yeah. I think we are done. Let's get some feedback. Shubhankar, thank you so much for spending Sunday evening with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the
Yeah, thank you.
always
Thank you so much.
very
Yeah, we are
wonderful
getting.
questions. I really like the questions. Some of the question I couldn't answer because of my association with my organization, but I try so wherever I have the opportunity of answering. And in case you like, you can follow me on Twitter or LinkedIn. And in case you have very good feedback, put it in Twitter. So as I said, these are some of the best practices where you increase your own brand. So
Right.
so you do that and build your own brand. That's what I would say. Build your own brand, and so everything will fall in place.
Right. So, okay, I think we can finish our session now. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the session. And we have so much of interesting master classes are coming. So you can check. And this session's video will be there. You will be getting the mail regarding the video. You'll get the video also recording. So yeah, looking forward to the next session. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Happy Sunday. Thank you, guys. Bye.